Number, I think, or set of numbers there, Lynn Swan, would be time of possession.
And it holds true to form to what we said at the top of the show. 11 minutes and 34 seconds to 3:26. New Jersey moves the ball up and down the field, but as they demonstrated on 4th and 1, they stop themselves. They make mistakes after they get to the 20-yard line.
New Jersey now on 3rd down, and about 7 goes deep for Victor Hicks. It is touchdown. The big tight end got loose.
Victor Hicks. In the first game we saw the New Jersey Generals play against the LA Express, Victor Hicks was the #1 target for Bobby Scott. Bobby Scott getting hit just as he releases his ball to Victor Hicks, who sprints into the end zone 40 yards for the touchdown.
Jeff Brown, the cornerback, was the man beaten on the play. Where was Doug Green?
Well, in the last 6 ball games, the New Jersey Generals haven't made that many big plays. That's probably one of their biggest. But the Federals have given up big play. Game after game have given up the big play.
Going for 2. Got to go for 2. And Scott will throw. Gets it off. It is no good. Scott rolling to his right, looking for somebody to throw to. He didn't have anybody. He had 2 people over there. Nobody back across. Nobody to the left. Absolutely no option to the left.
Well, what he was just trying to do is nullify that 2-point lead that they have, and he rolled out. He had a receiver open and started to throw to him, but thought he had enough room to run. And then as he got closer to the sidelines, they covered the receiver, they came up on him, and he had nowhere to go.
Well, he tried to throw the ball to Carthen, number 33, but Carthen ignored it when he came by.
Totally ignored it. The Washington Federals have given up big play time and time again. They gave up 2 last week, and right here, Bobby Scott has the right play called as he hit Victor Hicks for the touchdown. So that gives the Generals a lead, 6-2.
A 6-2 ball game in the second quarter of play as the New Jersey Generals strike on a 40-yard pass play to the tight end Victor Hicks, and Dave Jacobs will kick it off high, hangs it up there for Mike Guess. At the 1, retreats to the goal line, looks for a hole, and no, that is Eric Robinson. Eric Robinson, a rookie out of Indiana State. And he does not get much out of it. He came looping across the field thinking they might seal for him on this side. But when he got over here, he found nothing but trouble, and he's dropped at the 15.
The first person he saw was Eric Johnson, number 28, who hit him so hard. Well, he bounced off of him, but it was enough to slow him up.
Well, the Washington offense hasn't done much, with Mike Hohensee coming off of the cripple list, getting back in action. He's hurt in the second game of the season. Joe Gillum played last week. Kim McQuilkin is the 3rd quarterback. Ball is handed off to James, and James had no chance. None whatsoever, because James Lockett was in the backfield by the time James was given the ball.
He just came flying across that offensive line to make the play. I don't know what his assignment was on the play, but I tend to believe that he just kind of sniffed it out and just took off for it.
I think the New Jersey defense, which has played reasonably well all season, but they are really reckless today. They're coming. Washington has had only 1 first down so far. The only scoring is safety when Dave Jacobs couldn't handle a low snap and ran it through the end zone. 6-2 the score, because the New Jersey went for 2 and failed on it. Mike Hohensee back to throw now. Gets it off. Pass is good to James coming out of the backfield, and they call it an incomplete forward pass. And the crowd hoots on it because Keith Moody felt that he had possession of the ball. Let's take another look.
They've got 5 defensive backs in the ball game, and Keith Moody was just playing right to the outside, right there, hits him real good, puts a shoulder into him, knocks the ball loose, and they call it a fumble. I couldn't tell whether both feet were on the ground. Excuse me, incomplete. I couldn't tell whether both feet were on the ground. If he was in the air when he caught the ball and he hit him, it is an incomplete pass and not a fumble.
So now it is 3rd down and 12 from the 13. try to run a little delay up the middle with James carrying, and there's nothing there for him. So the general defense certainly doing its job. And should get the football in very good field position now, as Washington will have to punt on 4th and 12. It'll be the 4th kick of the ball game for Dana Moore, and he's done well so far. His longest was the first one, 49, 44, and 39. He, of course, was with the Generals in the camp down at Central Florida University, where Lou Saban is the football coach. Slot is waiting up around midfield. This time the snap is good, and pressure's on. And Moore lucky to get it out of there. It's a high hanging kick, and it is out of bounds. And they'll mark it just over the Washington 45. Mike Williams almost blocked it.
He came close, but just wasn't close enough. Dana Moore gets off a good punt here under pressure. Right there, just a
right
tick,
through his arm.
Just a tick from being tapped.
Timeout. Who was the starting quarterback in the loss last week to Arizona, staying loose on the sidelines. I think we'll see Joe before the day's done.
I'd like to.
First down, New Jersey, Washington 46. Herschel Walker, sweep right. He sort of soft shoot his way through there and got it down inside the 40, just searching. He is not running with the abandon, perhaps, that he did as a freshman at the University of Georgia. He is not the kind of a back that is prone to suck his way in there and take the abuse. He's a searcher. Chicago leading Michigan second quarter on Corral's 26-yard field goal.
You know who he reminds me of, Keith? Guy who I had the pleasure of being a roommate of for 8 years, Franco Harris. He was always accused of not sticking his helmet in there, but he survived to be the 3rd leading all-time rusher in the National Football League.
You throw your body into that grinder, they'll take chunks out of it. That time Walker does stick his head in, but again, it's not with the wild abandon that you see some running backs do.
There's a time and a place for it all, Keith, and when you're going up the middle trying to get the tough yard, you've got to stick your head in there or dive over the top. If you're running to the outside, and you see a whole bunch of people coming over and you know you can't get much more, why would anybody in their right mind want to stand there and take on one of those big cruisers of about 270 pounds?
Macho. 3rd down and 2. Walker sweeps it right, cuts it back, dives in there, and gets the first down as he crosses to the 34. So New Jersey nails down another first down, and they're just controlling the football. Here's Tim Brandt.
And I'm with quarterback Joe Gilliman. What did the coach tell you? Are you going in the ballgame?
He told me if we didn't get anything going in the last series, I was going to go in. So I'm waiting to get the word now.
Okay, and the reason you didn't start today is because of your leg injury Monday night. Is it all right?
Yeah, my leg in the back. Well, it's a little tight, but that's irrelevant. It's game day.
Okay, Keith.
Thank you, Tim. Back goes Bobby Scott, trying to hook it up with Walker, and no. Walker bumps heads with Greg Butler, and the ball ricochets away. The ball was catchable. It was laid right there.
The ball was catchable, and that's one of those plays where Herschel being open was because of the fact that number 85, Mark Slauson running a deep route down the field to clear it out. But he didn't get it deep enough, as here you see Herschel Walker about to catch it, and Butler comes off of Slauson to make a hit. Right there you see him coming up again. He could have caught it, but he just didn't have that concentration, I guess.
Larry Coffey is in replacing Walker now after he took that lick, and Scott back to throw. Goes down the middle with it, complete to Hicks, and Hicks is going to be short of the first down. Number 92 came in, Benny Smith, and laid Bobby Scott out. Ooh, he stretched him as he released the ball.
Bobby Scott's going to get a little shaky if that keeps happening to him. Even though he makes the pass complete here, he's still taking these licks. It's difficult sometimes to make adjustments when you're used to seeing a 3-man front. Now you see a 4-man front. And that's one of the advantages that Washington has whenever they play anyone, because they're not accustomed to seeing those 4 down linemen right in front of them.
3rd down and 4. It's Carthen. He's down to about the 25. Just depends where they want to mark it. It's close enough to probably go for it. It marked him short of the first down, but it's not much. Less than a yard. Walker's back in. Coffey goes out. I like the way that big Carthen comes rumbling around that corner. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, and he's got one thing going for him. It's his strength. And when he gets ahead of steam, being able to drive for the extra yards. And right now, as they line up to go for the first down, the fact that their defense has been able to hold the Washington team allows them, I think, to take this chance here at 4th and 1.
Again, they're not in the eye. Walker's got the ball on a sweep this time. He's got the first down. So they elect to line up and let Walker sweep it. And he gets it. Herschel now with 15 carries and 56 yards.
That's a dangerous play in that situation. All it would take is for one defensive lineman to break through the offensive line, and he stops that play in the backfield. And in all due respect to Coach Chuck Fairbanks, I think a great deal of the fault of this team being 1-5 is within the coaching. Not taking full advantage of Herschel Walker and not adjusting this offense to a more productive system.
10 first downs now for New Jersey. Walker's got it again. And from the 20, he goes to near the 17. Ed Baxley, the middle linebacker, the tackle for Washington. The Washington offense has just been virtually nil since their opening possession. Craig James on a couple of carries able to pick up a first down. But starting Hornsey coming off the injury list, obviously rusty after being laid up for 5 weeks. And we're anticipating Joe Gilliam in the ball game on the next series. New Jersey now with 157 yards, Washington only 20 yards. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. Second down at about 7. Bobby Scott rolling out. Benny Smith's after him, throws the ball complete to Carthen. Carthen hits the sideline at about the 5. First and goal to go, New Jersey.
That is a real good play, but the great effort has to go to Maurice Carthen.
Penalty flag. Foul, Washington.
Bobby Scott, who rolled out on that play, had Carthen open, but he threw the ball just behind him. Maurice Carthen was able to get his body turned around to make the catch.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 54 on the defense. First down.
Right there, he gets his body turned just enough and steps out of bounds. And that's where the penalty comes in.
They flagged him for hitting him after he was out of bounds. It's first down and goal to go. The ball is at the 3. Carthen, just a wall of humanity. The big Baxley there, Ed Baxley from South Carolina, in the middle of the stack. Some funny-looking play calling.
Some very strange play calling. Chuck Fairbanks, who had a great deal of success when he coached at Oklahoma, has had his problems before with the professionals when he coached in New England, and had some problems down in Colorado.
Reedy goes in motion. Scott gives to Walker. Walker dances around, goes to the goal line. Touchdown. The 6th touchdown for Herschel Walker. They're going to go for 2, looks like, again. And Victor Hicks holding on to his left knee, hurt on the play.
That would be a big loss for this New Jersey team if they've lost Victor Hicks. As we watch again the touchdown play, Herschel gets the ball here. He gets a great block right there. He's got a little bit of room. Again, another block downfield, just holding up that defensive line, and it's his power that puts him over the goal line for the touchdown.
Wayne Harris out of Mississippi State, one of those leading the play, but Hicks was involved in the melee. Hicks was handling Robert Barber, the big defensive end, and you see Walker now get right behind Victor there, and Hicks, look at Hicks, he's taken on 2 of them. He's a big horse, and he handles Barber very well as Walker cuts inside of Hicks, and somewhere in here is where he gets hurt. Looks like when Baxley rolled over the back of his leg. All right, it's 12 plays and 85 yards and the impressive drive by New Jersey with 7:55 to go in the second quarter to take a 12-2 lead. And now they're trying to make it 14. Larry Brodsky's a man in motion. Scott rolls to pass. He's got Carthen. And it's good.
The same play they tried the last time, Keith. But this time, when Carthen broke open, instead of hesitating, instead of trying to run it in, Bobby Scott threw the pass immediately, and Carthen makes the good catch, and he's hit by number 55, Joe Harris. Fake to Herschel, rolls to the outside. No hesitation that time.
And with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to play in the first half, the Generals now lead Washington 14-2. The New Jersey Generals, who are now in control of this football game in time of possession and on the scoreboard. The Washington offense has been relatively inept so far. The kickoff by Dave Jacobs with Mike Harris and Eric Robinson deep. And it's going to go to Mike Harris at the 3. Well, the Generals are playing with some ferocity today. John Joyce came down as the hot man to make the play for New Jersey. And here comes jumping Joe Gillum.
Keith, don't mind me if I get a little bit nostalgic, because it was in 1974 against the Baltimore Colts at Three River Stadium. Joe Gilliam, wearing number 17 at the time, threw me for my first catch, my first touchdown in my professional career.
Gilliam to Swan, I remember it. Single back now is Billy Taylor. Gilliam comes in on first down. Washington, their own 18, down 14-2. Quick pass to the sidelines, and he's thrown it away. Bubba Diggs, the tight end, had come out, and the ball just sailed away, and Diggs had no chance at it. Lockett again, however, had penetrated and had a hold of his leg. So James Lockett, big rookie out of Missouri, is busy out there today defensively for New Jersey.
Joe Gilliam helped him out a little bit on that play, Keith. He didn't drop back that far. He looked like he was favoring his injured leg and just didn't want to put too much pressure on it.
Billy Taylor, Craig James are the setbacks now as Gilliam brings them up. They put Walters in motion. Joe back to throw it. Shoots it down. Walters is out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Incomplete forward pass. It's pretty tough to come off the bench to be really successful in your first snap. Right, a little long here, didn't he?
Just a little bit. He tripped up on the grass. He didn't get his feet on when he threw it, but nice looking pass, just too far out of bounds.
The one thing about it, though, is it makes his particular ball easy to catch, it seems to me, is he has such a tight spiral.
Always. Joe Gilliam very seldom ever throws a wobbly pass. Whether he's off balance, whether he's got his feet under him, he's one of the best arms I've ever seen.
Third down and 10. Washington has not converted a third down play all day. Pressure, and they blow him away. Richard Murray, James Lockett. Well, that's a fierce charge.
The fact that Joe Gilliam can't run very well is not going to help matters much for Washington. And watch him as he tries to get away here. You can see he's just not got any speed there as he takes the ball from center. And the rush just collapsed that right side of their offensive line and came in and sacked him.
Dana Moore will punt out of the end zone. It'll be his fifth punt. He's grown progressively shorter as the day goes on. Started out at 49. His fourth punt was only 33 under considerable pressure. They've got a man out there who's almost untouched. They may block this one. The short man's got to pick him up. No, he got it out of there. But again, he was very close. And it takes a Washington, or rather a New Jersey about. Let me see here. They're going to get one because it was so close. Now watch again.
What they should have done, Keith, is they should have brought their wide people in to block these people, because they had a rush and you could read it coming all the way. And he was just half an inch away from blocking
that was
the ball.
Close. Pretty good kick of 46 yards with the roll.
you stay at a big, fancy hotel, you pay for a lot more than your room. You don't need a fancy hotel to get a big, comfortable room. You can get one at Howard Johnson's, along with a big bathroom, an oversized bed, and a lot of personal comforts to make you feel good, all at a sensible price. At Howard Johnson's, we don't care about the fanfare. We care about the things that count most.
If you don't like the idea of paying big repair bills on your car, try being a farmer. A major engine overhaul on this little number could cost you $4,000 or $5,000. So farmers look after things right, like changing the oil and putting in a new Fram oil filter when they're supposed to. Even a big Fram filter like this doesn't cost much. Repairing this does. Believe me, farmers know the value of a dollar, and they'd rather pay a little now than a lot later.
An incredible triumph of human endurance, a 10-day bike race across the country. Plus, surfers attack the treacherous Banzai Pipeline. ABC's Wide World of Sports, next.
14-2 ball game here at Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands. With New Jersey now 178 yards in total offense. Washington, 9. And New Jersey working with it as Bobby Scott drops the throw. Gets it off, penalty flag down. The pass is intercepted. And I would guess that penalty flag is a hold by New Jersey. The interception will obviously stand unless the foul is against Washington. Jeff Brown, 36, stepped in there to pick it off.
Well, he threw that flag in the area where they like to call offensive holding.
Holding on the offense, number 78. Penalties declined. First down.
So New Jersey turns it over one more time.
Well, they're giving the Washington Federals a chance to get back in this ball game. Both teams seem to hold true to form to what they've done in games past. Washington giving up the big play, and New Jersey making a lot of mistakes and turnovers.
Mark the ball at the New Jersey 49. And they're in the eye. Taylor short, James deep, Walters in motion, Joe Gilliam, the quarterback. James the ball. Cuts it back in the middle and gets half a yard. Rod Choate, outside linebacker, an NFL veteran out of Oklahoma, came over to make the stop. Craig James is another one of those running backs that he's not particularly explosive coming off of his first step. But once he gets 2 steps under it, he's got pretty good quickness.
He's got pretty good quickness, and when he gets into a hole, he's got that extra little burst. You know, a receiver has it going after the pass. Running backs, the great ones have it, and they can get into that hole and burst right through it.
Well, one thing, he may be the best punter in the stadium today. Gilliam's pass to the sidelines. Good to Walters. He's out of bounds. Some conversation on the sidelines, but you got to have 2 feet down and possession of the ball.
Well, let's give a little demerit here to Joey Walters. He is a good receiver, and he should know better. When he's that close to the sideline, he has to be very careful, take the precaution of making sure he taps both feet in. Well, this is a long pass and a good pass by Joe Gilliam. Right there, he's got 2 feet in.
He's got both feet down.
Oh my goodness. He had 2 feet in.
I don't see why Joey was complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. The official was in good position to make that call, and I don't understand
Look at this.
why he didn't make the call. Look where the official is. The official at the bottom of the screen has a perfect angle, and he blows the call.
He simply missed the call, that's all. Snap pass over the middle. Craig James, he's got the first down, looking for more. Downfield he goes inside the 30, down to the 26. So they get away after all and get the first down to keep the ball.
Some great running by Craig James there. He just runs a little pattern. You see him waving, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. He's been out of action for a long time. And watch him reverse field here. And then watch Eric James right there try and strip the ball loose. But Craig James holds on to it.
Penalty against New Jersey. And so the Generals now are, that's a big one. Getting Washington right back into the hunt. Here's the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96 on the defense. First down.
James
Lockett got a little
Oh.
exuberant that time on his penetration, jumped all over Gilliam.
Let's take a look again. Joe is not that mobile, but he gets the ball away. Now, right there, no way there should have been contact.
No. Hit him very late. Now, you played with him. You know him well. How do you pronounce his name? You
Joe.
say Gilliam.
Joe Gilliam.
And yet it's listed in the pronunciation guide and other places. And for years I've heard it pronounced Gilliam.
Well, he always answered to Gilliam in Pittsburgh.
I meant to ask you that earlier today, and I forgot. First down for Washington at the 14. Penalty flag. That's going to hurt the Federals. James tries to turn the corner and can't do it. Mike Williams, the cornerback, up to make the play. It's against Washington. The Washington offense, James is 32 yards. That's going to, whatever there was there, will be erased with the penalty. The rest of the team, -3. Of course, it was James involved in the pass play that kept possession for Washington after the call had been missed on Joey Walters' successful play. 5 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half.
On the offense, number 87, first down.
So it backs him up 5.
Keith, this is a great place on the field to throw the football. They've got about 30 yards to work with if you count the 10 yards in the end zone. They put a lot of pressure on these defensive backs. One pass gets you a touchdown. I'd go for it anytime.
Holmes wide to the bottom of the picture. Walters to the top of the picture. They're going for Holmes. There it is. Touchdown, Washington. Holmes just curled right inside of Dana Knoll, and Knoll was never in the hunt.
When you get inside a guy man-to-man coverage like that, you can kiss it goodbye. Holmes, outstanding receiver in the Canadian Football League, comes off the ball. Joe just drops back. Watch him look up. You'll see him wide open. Nice little pass, a little touch on it. Doesn't have to overthrow it. Just real careful. It's a touchdown. No contest.
And so the Generals are right back in the ball game at 14-8, and they'll go for the singleton. Kenny Olson out of Salisbury State will kick out of Gilliam's hold. It is up. He missed it. Oh. How many extra points have we seen missed this season?
Too many.
You're right.
Just too many times. Well, they do get the 6 points out of it. Nice little move at the line of scrimmage to get inside. And it's history. Holmes is saying to himself that this is too easy. 18 yards and that touchdown.
Mike, incidentally, standing on the sidelines talking to a fellow that many of you remember named Terry Metcalf, who is a member of the Washington organization but works the sidelines doing interviews for the local broadcasts. You know, I think Terry Metcalf would still be playing too, Lynn, if he had not been involved as a kick returner. But when you return kicks for as many years as he has, it takes away something from you. You see the score in that Chicago ball game. There's Terry.
Yeah, he did a great job at it, and that's why they had him back there. But it takes its toll when you're back there on kickoff returns and punt returns. And Terry Metcalf, what a great ball player, good human being, and
but he was excited.
he was too exciting. He played for the other team.
Yes, sir. 5:23 to go in the first half. Numbers on the Washington possession, and Joe Gilliam's got him in the end zone now to make it a 14-8 ball game, and Olsen missed the extra point. I saw no particular difficulty. He just simply missed it. It's a high hanger for Thomas Lott at the 9. To about the 22. Lott, of course, the great wishbone quarterback for Barry Switzer at Oklahoma. I want to try to take a look when he comes to the sidelines and see if he's back to wearing his bandana. He used to wear a bandana underneath his helmet when he played at Oklahoma. Barry doing our spotting. Dave Burnson, our statistics. Lynn Swan. Having that 5:14 to go in the first half. A 14-8 ball game. Here's the pitch. Comes to Walker. Herschel cuts it upfield. Oh, he's sneaky fast, and that little crouch that he affects when he turns it on you.
He is real fast. You know, he gets the ball deep in the backfield, and he just kind of waits. You see him, he's not running real hard now. Now watch this acceleration. Boom, he sees a hole, and there's more acceleration. He's the kind of back you always have to be careful of because he always keeps a little bit in reserve.
That's the first time, too, today that he has run the ball to his left.
We talked about that when they played the LA Express, the first game of the season.
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. And we felt that Herschel Walker, all his big plays have come to the right side. And very seldom runs to the left. And because of his great talent, no one has been able to pick up on that.
Second down and 3 from the 29. Turns upfield. Short the first down. Perhaps. He's close. Robert Barber made the stop. Barber, 6'4", 245, 7-year pro veteran, 30 years of age out of Grambling. One of Eddie Robinson's players. It's close enough for the measurement. Herschel Walker now, 19 carries and 70 yards.
Well, Chief, in talking about Herschel Walker not running to the left, I would really love it if Tim Brandt had the opportunity to go over and talk to him and ask him if he just likes running to the right or if there's a problem with him running to the left. But, of course, Chuck Fairbanks has not allowed this since the first game this season.
I guess Chuck's the only coach in the league who has vowed nobody talks to his players during a ball game, and he has been unwilling to compromise on it in any degree. So that's why Tim Brandt's working the Washington sideline. Rosette. Carthen the ball. Maurice runs it up the middle. And on first down, Maurice Carthen bangs in there for a good 5. And here's Tim Brandt now with Joe Gilliam.
Thanks, Keith. He lit him up Monday night. You did it again today. Tell me about the touchdown play.
Oh, we had a flow left, a 339 X-quick post, and he beat the guy inside, and the safety didn't get there. And it was a good grab.
That's Greek to us. Now, Lynn Swan and Keith Jackson were discussing your name. Is it Gilliam or Gillum?
It's Gillum, but it doesn't matter.
Back up there, guys.
Ex-teammate, roommate, great pals, huh? You don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Well, he adds it to it every time I called him.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. New Jersey with the football, leading by a score of 14-8, and it's Joe Gilliam.
That's number 10. Hey, you.
That aboard, Joe. Get Swan straightened out yet. That 40. Third down and 2. Carthen. Oh, he's big and tough, and he's got the first down. Just 21 years of age, Maurice Carthen.
Of course, Dwight Sullivan had the starting job initially, but Maurice Carthen, a young man, has all that great potential, the better blocking of the two, and right there you saw the strength and power he had as he just bowled his way over for the first down. Hey, Keith, in Pittsburgh, we never used his full last name anyway. Just call him Joe Gilly.
At the 43, for New Jersey, Brodsky in motion. Scott rolling it out. Loops it downfield, and Victor Hicks is back in the ball game, having suffered a bit of a sprained knee, and I don't know if Victor's going to get up from that one. Oh my, I think he hurt the same leg.
Keith, I've been there too many times. There's number 44, Mike Guess, that came up and make the hit. The ball was thrown high by Bobby Scott on the run, and Victor goes up for it, gets chopped down, and when you roll over like that, when you get hit from behind, you don't have that much control. The most you can hope for when you're upside down like that is maybe to get an arm down, to brace yourself so that you don't land with the full weight of your body on the back of your neck or on your head. But that time it happens so quick. Watch and see how fast he rotates. He just spins around so quick, he has no chance to protect himself. And he hits on his back and rolls over on his neck, and I don't think it's his back or neck, it's that knee again.
Yeah, it is. Guess hit him right on that knee. And you hate to hide past you. You hung out like a piece of laundry. That ball's up in the air.
Yeah, you're hung out there, all right. I suffered 2 broken ribs and a couple of concussions that way.
These cornerbacks level on you, boy. They got a big shot. So Victor Hicks helped off the field. That's 2 blows to that one knee now, the left knee. 4 catches and 73 yards for the big tight end. And we've come to the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go in the first half, with the New Jersey Generals owning the football first down and leading the Washington Federals by a score of 14-8.
Michelob Light for the winners this time, huh?
Oh, you enjoy being buried in the sand. Michelob Light for the winners.
Would good friends really play this hard for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winners. The sea, the sun, the sand.
The check.
The check. Michelob Light.
It used to be easy to build a sedan for the American family. Just build it big. Now it's got to be big and small. Front-wheel drive is a must. So is fuel efficiency. This is the latest variation on that theme, the Dodge 600. Well stocked with advanced technology, backed by a 550 protection plan. But we at Dodge took one extra technological step. We made the Dodge 600 affordable. These days, that seems to be the toughest.
Robert Barber, the defensive end. I think one of the problems may be, and this can be a problem, where you perhaps are a little overly enthusiastic as New Jersey takes time out. But many, many times, Len, I see Doug Green at strong safety coming right up to support, and he comes so quick.
Well, sometimes you come that quick, you put yourself out of play. A little quick move by Herschel Walker can leave you 10 yards behind him as he accelerates down the field. But he's trying to come up and make the big play to stop him from getting downfield. And
he is a hitter.
Yeah, well, when you take a chance, you're going to give up. You're going to give up something. You're going to leave yourself vulnerable.
All right, Scott has come to the sidelines and has his play from Chuck Fairbanks, and this is what we have for you today on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Coming up next, Great American Bike Race and the Hawaiian Masters Surfing Championships. I remember some time back, I was talking to Larry Cam, who traveled across country, and Larry was talking about some of the adventures of doing that particular thing. It'd be fun to see it. The Great American Bike Race.
Keith, that's got to be exciting. Now that I'm not playing any sports anymore, I ride my bike in the morning, and I have problems riding the Santa Monica. But these guys
I'm going to nominate you for the race next year.
They ride 2,978 miles in this race.
Second down. 6. Scott back. To the corner for Brodsky. Great play by Washington. And who was it? Jeff Brown, 36. Oh, that's a fine play.
It was a fine play. It was a great play call. Bobby Scott's got him wide open, but he just lets the ball hang up there. It's a nice pass, just hangs up a little bit too long, and it gives Jeff Brown the chance to just come right in front. Larry Brodsky is the receiver on this play, and right there, if he could just slow up a bit, he helps himself, puts the defensive back in poor position to make the play, but he didn't.
Third down and 6. Scott deep drop, gets it off, and it is incomplete. And boy, you talk about a mismatch. Joe Harris, a linebacker with 9 years of experience on those legs, having to cover Herschel Walker. Help me.
Help me make it through the day.
That's just a bad pass here by Scott.
It's a bad pass. Herschel has him in good position. He's got his back turned, so there's no way Harris can make the play. And the ball just hits him on the backside.
Yard field goal try coming up now for Dave Jacobs, and Jacobs 4 out of 7 on the year. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. So with a minute 20 to go in the first half, the New Jersey Generals unable to stick it in the end zone for 6, go for the 3, and they lead the ball game 17-8. But now Washington's going to have a minute 20 to work with.
Well, even in this league, what we've seen so far, that there is no kind of kick that is guaranteed. Dave Jacobs comes through for them and increases their lead. Right now, he'd just like to get one deep in their end zone and with no return.
Those look like refugees from the old symphony at Ebbets Field, don't they? The USFL reports on other leagues around the league and first half highlights coming up at halftime. And Frank Gifford will have the other scores for you. Plus some highlights, as he indicated, from last night's ball game in which Philadelphia defeated Oakland 17-7, and Elvin Bryant had another big night. So Jairo Pinaranda fumbled the football in the end zone, would have been a touchdown for Oakland. Been closer. Dave Jacobs out of Syracuse. Not too big, only 5'7", 155 pounds, but like so many of the smaller players, your Tony Franklins, your Trouts, and those kind of people, smaller, they get such tremendous velocity.
He's 5'7", and his leg is 5'5".
That's right. And weighs 400 pounds by the time he hits the ball. It's amazing how much velocity they extend into the football and how fast the ball travels for the first meter after they hit it. They did some wind tunnel tests on it. It's over 100 miles an hour. That's Mike Harris. Dribbled it once and comes up with it. And a whack as he comes up to about the 24. So, not bad field position. John Joyce the tackle. And Joe Gillum now will come out and